What's up guys, macadii here, welcoming you to a brand new NU session. Now today I am giving my first ever Sun team a go, so hopefully this will work out. This team has gone through quite extensive testing, so hopefully it should be doing good work. The amount of power that this team has is absolutely incredible, and it is very much set up the Sun and hyper offense from there, so hopefully you guys enjoy the session. So the first Pokemon that I've got is Reapurr, who is my Liepard. I run this with Heat Rock and Prankster, and I run Sunny Day, Encore, U-Turn, and Thunder Wave. So it's very much a support Pokemon. The Prankster Sunny Day allows me to get the Sun up almost guaranteed unless they have priority, and even then I've got relatively good speed, so I do typically outspeed anyway. The Encore allows me to stop setup sweepers, especially Sheer Force Gator, which has just been released, which is going to be an absolute pain, I can already tell. I don't know if you can see much of the chat, but a lot of the chat is based around how to stop Sheer Force Gator, because it's still in NU for some reason. So the T-Wave is also for this reason as well. And I run this 252 in HP, 124 bold, and 132. In retrospect, actually, considering I run U-Turn, I am probably better off having an Impish Nature, just so I don't, reduce the amount of damage that my U-Turn does. So, Liepard is very much sort of suicide, go in, set up the Sun, die, if not, try and get a U-Turn off so it can be saved. With the Heat Rock, it is lasting, I think it's going to be 7 turns in total, because it takes a turn to set up the Sun. So if I can keep it around twice, that's 14 turns of Sun, which is a huge amount, really. So the next Pokemon I've got is Free-Faced, the Executor, which I run with Life Orb and Chlorophyll. This is my main wall-breaking sweeper, with Psychic, SolarBeam, Sludge Bomb, and Sunny Day, just in case I do need to set up the Sunny Day again. And I run that with 168 in HP, just to add a little bit of bulk to it. 252 Modest in Special Attack, and with 383 Special Attack, with Life Orb and these high-powered moves, it really does work. And as well as that, I also run 188 in Speed as well. I know his speed is not particularly great, but once you set up the Sun, it's almost reaching 400 speed, which is a good benchmark to go for, really. Alongside that, I also have Bambi, which is my Sawsbuck with leftovers. It's a bit more of a bulky set with Chlorophyll as well. And I run this with Swords Dance, so if I can get a chance to set a Swords Dance up, then I generally do get a good sweep off. And I run that with Return, Horn Leech, and Jump Kick. So that's with 232 in HP, so it's quite a bulky set. A bit like the Executor, but much more bulky because of its inherent high speed. I don't need to invest as much in speed as I do need to with Free-Faced. Then we now move on to my lead, which is Tash, the Probopass, and I run that with the Heat Rock as well. And it's really good because with the Sturdy, I am pretty much guaranteed to get my Sunny Day off, which is absolutely excellent. So I run that with Sunny Day, Volt Switch, Stealth Rock, and then Thunder Wave as well, just in case I can get something T-Waved. For example, if they lead with something like Gator, I can quite easily get a T-Wave off, and then the next turn I outspeed, even if they bring me down to Sturdy, and I can then set up the Sunny Day. Gator may not be the best example, just off the top of my head, because of Aqua Jet, but you know what I mean. And if I can set up the Stealth Rocks as well, it would be good. I did try this with Custap, so I could sort of set up my rocks, set up the Sunny Day, but then the Sun was just not only lasting 4 turns, and 4 turns of Sun compared to 7 turns of Sun just doesn't cut it, really. So it really wasn't doing as well as it was originally. The main weakness to this team is Typhlosion, mainly because with Choice Scarf Eruption, with 3 of my Pokemon being grass types, you can see it's not a great thing to have on the other side of the field. So for that reason, I run Rapidash with Life Orb and Flash Fire. Most Typhlosions are typically Scarfed, so it's quite a good way if they're locked into Eruption just to switch in. They normally don't have too much for other fire types, so it's quite a good counter to that. So I run that with Drill Run, Flare Blitz under the Sun is absolutely incredible, as you can imagine. Megahorn for any bulky Psychic types, and Wild Charge as well. So it's got just good general coverage, and I run that with 105 Jolly in speed and 252 in attack. Because it doesn't get any speed boosts, obviously I want to maximise the amount of speed that I can get from it, and it can't really get away from an Adamant build, and it also means I do outspeed other sort of base 100s and things like that, which is quite a sort of quite high up in the NU tier, because there's, I don't know, in terms of speed, it's generally a bit lower than, say, OU and things like that. So 105 Jolly means I do outspeed quite a lot of things. And then finally, the other sweeper that I've got is a Victreebel with Life Orb and Chlorophyll, with Sludge Bomb, Solar Beam, Weather Ball, and Growth. If I can get Growth up in the sun, that gives me +2 special attack, +2 attack, and not many things live a Life Orb +2, 252 modest, Solar Beam. So, yeah, it's an absolutely excellent Pokemon. The only problem I do find with it is once the sun is gone, obviously Solar Beam you can't use, and Weather Ball goes back to, I think it's a 50 power normal move, which isn't particularly great, so it does heavily rely on the sun staying up. And as I said before, 252 modest and special attack, and then 252 in speed. So this is my sort of very fast sweeper to outspeed other Scarfers. Free-Faced is my wall breaker. Bambi is my physical wall breaker. Or not, sort of setup sweeper / wall breaker. It does have quite reasonable attack and quite high power moves. And then Hard Ride is just a counter to other things that could take advantage of the sun. So I hope you guys enjoyed the team, and I'll see you at the first battle. Macadii out.